Today I'll be talking about something that's a little personal to me. Now, when I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. Okay, all my chemical romance jokes aside. When I was young, the first Halo game I ever played was Halo 3. Ever since then, I've been a huge fan of Halo. But now it feels like my childhood is being raped right before my eyes by goddamn cyborgs. From the moment that I saw Halo 5, I had this feeling in my gut. You know what I mean? That feeling that something's wrong. Like that feeling you get in the flood level in Halo Combat Evolved. It was that kind of feeling. I had a bad feeling. Then I saw Angry Joe's review on the game, and I was so disappointed. The fact that there's no split screen is pretty much a sin. I remember back in the day, me and Megan, or Queen Fiera, as most of you probably know her, would play Halo Reach split screen all the time. We played co-op campaigns so many times to the point that we knew exactly what to do in order to beat the level. But even if I did have an Xbox One with a copy of Halo 5, me and Megan can't even play it together. We would both have to buy an Xbox One with our own copies of Halo 5 and just to play it because there's no fucking split screen! Another thing that disappointed me was the lack of Forge at launch. Why did it take 343 so long to include this? Do you know how heartbroken I was to find out that Forge wasn't available at launch? How am I supposed to express my fucked up creativity in Forge when there's no Forge? I mean, Forge was eventually released, and it was, from what I hear, it's pretty cool, but the gash in my chest has already been made. And it's not going to heal anytime soon. But there's one huge flaw that I have with the Halo 5 game. One that's worse than anything else I just explained. One that brings this game down by a whole letter grade. The biggest flaw with Halo 5 is the campaign. This is by far the worst Halo campaign we have probably ever gotten. I don't know where to start. How about with some of the characters? Now, unless if you know the entirety of the Halo lore, and I mean the entirety of it, books, movies, previous games, and all, you're not gonna know who any of these characters are or why they're here. The only member from Fireteam Osiris that I actually, remember is Buck, and that's only because I played Halo ODST. Every other member of the Fireteam is completely unrecognizable to me. Locke? Who are you? Tanaka? I don't know you. Vale? Two things. First, who the fuck are you? And second, why are you running through a war zone in high heels? This ain't America's Next Top Spartan. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Moving on to Blue Team. The only character I recognized was obviously Master Chief. All the other members of Blue Team were completely new to me. Apparently they've been good friends with the Chief for many years, but none of that is shown or explained, really. What? In fact, the best thing about Blue Team is Linda's ass. Like, have you seen that thing? It's fucking beautiful, dude. God, I'm gonna run out of juice by the time this video ends. Anyway, regardless if you know these characters or not, they don't have much personality to begin with Locke being one of the most boring out of all of them. And what's worse is that you have to play as him for like 75% of the game. Oh yeah, that's right. Out of 15 missions in the campaign, you only get to play as Master Chief for 3 of them. Every other mission you have to play as Fireteam Osteoporosis. Ah, fuck. Look, it's not the voice actors that I blame for this, or the character designers. If anything, the voice actors and the character designers were really well done. It's the writers who I blame for making this campaign so bad. Mostly because they didn't know what they were doing. Which I can relate. I mean, I am a writer too. I've had writer's block, and there were times where I didn't know where a story was going. So, I mean, I know how they feel. But if you want more details on why the campaign is so bad, I suggest going to the Ackman's channel and watching his videos on why it's so bad. But to sum it up, the writers didn't know what they were doing with the story, and sadly, we had to pay the price for it. Literally. A full retail price of $60 to be exact. Bottom line, Halo 5 was just a huge disappointment. No split screen, delayed Forge, and a downright disappointing campaign. 343 Industries, if you're listening to this right now, which you probably aren't, but regardless, please don't make these same mistakes again. I don't want you guys to kill yourself or anything. I'd rather want you to learn from your mistakes and become better from it. Learn how you fucked up so that way you won't fuck up in the future. And for the love of God, stop making us fight the Warden Eternal 8 times. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.